Poker can turn wild real fast, not just with the cards, but with the players too. For some, it's just a $10 online game, but for the pros, it's a high-stakes battlefield where tempers explode, egos clash, and the drama gets real. From Phil Hellmuth's famous blow-ups to Tony G's fiery trash talk, these moments prove that when poker legends lose their cool, anything can happen.
Can you put the clock? What is this?
You seriously call for the clock here. It's gotten out of fun and games here. And Ralph Perry's going to raise $120,000.
120 more. How much more has he got?
Starting with the Tony G blows up at Ralph Perry at the International Poker Championship. Tony G sitting at the poker table, eyeing Ralph Perry even before the cards were dealt. Right away, Tony said Ralph had a weak hand, before Ralph even looked. That was just the beginning of what would become one of the wildest moments in poker history.
Very well. You play very, very well.
I cannot see Ralph Perry calling anybody else in this situation.
You're a champion. Send you back to Russia.
And the flop? Pair of deuces now for Tony G, and Ralph Perry is in trouble.
He's drawing semi-dead on the flop. Putting all his money in with King Jack calling. This is not someone to learn from.
Next up, Ralph raised $120,000 with a king and jack, but Tony wasn't done talking. He told everyone he had ace and two of spades and that he would call no matter what. Without missing a beat, Tony went all in. Then, he stared Ralph down and shouted, "If you want to do this properly." Ralph didn't wait long. He called. And just like that, the pot grew to over $1.5 million. When the flop came down, 2 of clubs, 3 of diamonds, 10 of spades, Tony hit a small pair. He couldn't stop talking. "You're drawing dead," he told Ralph loudly. As the cards kept coming, Tony got louder and meaner.
Yeah! Yeah, baby! Come on, Russian, get out. It's time to go. Yeah! Look at this. Look how he's doing. Look how he's playing. Look how ugly this is. You're a professional player and I can do this to you. You're a terrible player. This is disgraceful. Bring the Russians on. Bring more Russians on. I'm here to get them all. You play that as bad as you can. Your career is finished. You are gone. 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 Feel the power. You feel my power, baby? Feel my power.
I think Tony G.
Then came the river, a 6 of clubs. Ralph lost his hand. But instead of being happy, Tony exploded. He stood up, pointed at Ralph, and shouted, "Come on, Russian, get out!" The table fell silent. Tony kept yelling, calling Ralph a disgrace, saying his career was over. Ralph quietly left, still calm, while Tony bragged, "Feel my power!" Through it all, the other players just watched, stunned. That hand may have ended, but the drama was far from over. Next up, witness tempers explode as Luke Schwartz goes head-to-head with David Benjamin in a fiery table meltdown you won't believe. During a very important match at the Party Poker Premier League d'Or, Luke Schwartz was feeling bold. He had already earned enough points to make the final, so he walked around the card room like he owned the place. Sitting across from him was David Benjamin, who still needed points to reach the final. But just as Benjamin tried to make a move, Schwartz cut him off with a loud warning.
"Listen, if you raise, I'm gonna go all in, so don't even bother."
"If you raise, I'm gonna go all in, so don't even bother," Schwartz snapped. Everyone at the table froze. Daniel Negreanu sat between them, smiling nervously. Phil Locke, wearing a funny Kermit the Frog mask, quietly folded his hands. Then came the flop, 5, 2, and 9. Schwartz had 2 jacks and placed a bet. Benjamin, holding a 6 and a 5, wasn't done. As Benjamin took his time, Schwartz got angrier and angrier. He told the table Benjamin was trying to take every angle for extra chips. "I'll go all in so fast," he shouted, daring him to bet.
Doesn't matter if I come there. It don't matter. Look at this. I'm sitting out for 5 hours. In your eye, David Benjamin, you arrogant guy. You think you can angle me? You just got so pwned.
And then it happened. Benjamin bet $123,000. Right away, Schwartz shoved all his chips into the pot. Vanessa Russo folded. Benjamin thought for a second, then folded too. Schwartz couldn't stop yelling. "In your eye, David Benjamin," he screamed, holding up his jacks. Even after the hand ended, Schwartz stormed away, still shouting about how great he played. They both made the final, but Benjamin won the whole thing. Now, watch what happens when Phil Hellmuth decides to teach Adam Levy a spelling lesson at the table, with more fire than an actual dictionary. Don't miss this showdown.
Raised to 15,000.
Maybe today's a different day.
Yeah, why wouldn't he stick around with that straight draw?
A call. All right, so now the turn card. Turns an 8 of diamonds. Levy hits a straight, and that also gives Hellmuth a set.
That is an unfortunate card for Phil.
Phil checks.
Phil's slow playing it, not realizing how...
At the 2008 World Series of Poker, things got loud and furious. Phil Hellmuth, known as the Poker Brat, was feeling very confident. He had a strong hand, holding 3 of a kind. But then came Adam Levy, also known as Arzurthlus, who hit a straight and beat Phil in one quick turn of the cards.
10 and the win.
Called a race with a
10 of clubs.
He called a race with Queen 10, honey.
I know, honey. He's some online guy.
I had a set. He's supposed to bust me anyway. Called a race with a Queen 10.
Right after the hand, Phil jumped out of his seat. He stormed around the famous poker room, arms waving and voice rising. "He called a raise with Queen 10, honey. I had a set. He's supposed to bust me," he shouted, steam nearly flying from his ears.
Unbelievable. This kid probably won't last another hour.
Half hour tops.
King 10, so please don't discuss poker with me.
Poker
Back at the table, Phil kept going. "This kid won't last another hour," he snapped, just as a new dealer sat down. Without realizing it was a fresh face, Phil blamed him too. "You haven't given me a hand in an hour." The dealer replied kindly, I just sat down, sir." Then another player tried to calm Phil down. Big mistake. "You went all in with King 10, Phil barked. "Don't talk poker with me." Next one on the list, when Jamie Gold and Eric Molina go to war, tempers boil, and the chips are just the beginning.
I'm on. All in.
There you go.
Jamie should be careful what he wished for.
At the 2006 World Series of Poker, tension filled the air. Young and bold, 21-year-old Eric Molina sat with a short stack of chips. He wasn't shy though. He liked to talk a lot. Across from him sat Jamie Gold, who would later win the whole tournament.
All-in button ends up in front of Jamie Gold, and it's fired back.
Hey, don't be an ass.
Excuse me? Asses in glass houses shouldn't throw chips.
With a wild grin, Molina shoved all his chips into the middle. Then, just to stir things up, he flipped his all-in button toward Gold. Jamie didn't like that one bit, and quickly flicked it right back into Molina's chest. "Hey, don't be an ass," Molina snapped.
Just because you're losing, that's fine.
I'm losing. Who's sitting there with no chips?
Losing this answer. Maybe. Call me then.
Gold replied calmly, "I'm losing. Who's sitting there with no chips?"
You want to make a side bet who lasts longer in the tournament?
Stop. Sure.
Yeah? How much?
How about you get in this hand right now?
How much?
Trying to shake things off, Molina stood up and threw out a challenge. "Want to bet who lasts longer in this tournament?" Gold smiled and said, "Sure."
The end. I mean, sorry, no, I won't.
But when Gold folded his hand, Molina got upset and used some bad words. The dealer gave him a 6-minute penalty. As Molina walked away, Gold smirked. "See you at the end." "Oh wait, no I won't." In the end, Molina finished in 31st place. Gold? He walked away with $12 million. When sparks fly fast, Nick Airball lights up Matt Berkey in a savage, no-holds-barred poker war. Things got wild on an episode of High Stakes Poker. Big names like Doug Polk and Lin G were chatting, but all eyes quickly turned to Nick Airball and Matt Berkey. These two don't hold back, and their clash was loud and fiery.
Clearly, Nick.
You were giving that opposite.
In the midst of a death match about halfway
I
through.
you're ducking us, but you know.
Playing.
I'm always going to say that, right?
I think it's 3 days a week. We've got to complete 100 hours.
How you got back into the game, Lynn?
Berkey's
you were
up
playing like
around
1-2 or something.
300,000 right now.
Clean turn
In this
from that.
Yeah, I thought you were playing like
all
1-2.
of you lovely people.
Early on, Berkey had pocket aces, a super strong hand. He looked calm and confident. But Nick Airball wasn't scared. As the cards came out, the final card gave Nick a flush. The table got quiet. Then Berkey bet $15,000. Without blinking, Nick shoved all his chips in, $86,400 total. With a deep breath, Berkey called. He didn't look happy, and for good reason. He lost. Nick jumped up, shouting and cheering like he'd just won the Super Bowl. But he wasn't done yet.
You have to give him your chips. That's an absolute rule. You have to give him the chips.
I can't wait to
Wow. His chips.
My chips, motherfucker!
Wow.
Welcome
boy.
to Live Stream 2023.
Keep playing.
Oh, shit.
Right away, he snapped at the dealer for not pushing Berkey's chips over fast enough. Then, without waiting, Nick reached across the table and grabbed the stack himself. Players stared, but Nick just smiled. Berkey, now out of chips, had to cash in again to stay in the game. That didn't stop Nick from celebrating even more. If you enjoyed watching these intense moments between poker pros, drop a comment and tell us which one shocked you the most. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more insane poker showdowns.